Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of South Texas News and Reviews. This is Jerry Sansing. It's December 10th, 2017. Our air times this go around on Public Access 10 are Tuesday at 9 p.m. and Wednesday at 8 p.m. Please email me and let me know what you think. I get some real good comments, and then I get some that aren't so complimentary. But anyway, it's gsansing@gmail.com, and this is available on YouTube. Just go in to YouTube and put in Gerald Sansing, and I'm going to pop the shows. Anyway, I'm going to go take my spot here in a second, and I'm going to show you the Pinocchio that, Jiminy Cricket's right. Get in their faces over here, folks. You got a lot of people lying to you. And we'll be right back. Okay, there's your sweet-faced, innocent-looking Pinocchio telling lie after lie after lie. That's our local elected officials and some of the hired people over there at the city, city attorney, and the general counsel here and there, and so forth and so on. I'm just going to be very blunt about it, folks. I'm sick and tired of it. So unless you're willing to stand up and admit what Joe O'Brien said with the Taxpayers Association many years ago, silence is not the answer. If you don't start squawking, screaming, and so forth, you're going to be, it's going to be the same old mess around that you get every day. So I highly suggest that you start writing your Del Mar College regents and the city council members, and just come to the Taxpayers Association meetings on the first Saturday of every month, 2 o'clock at the Small Planet Deli. I think that's Staples in Saratoga. Anyway, we can overcome if you want to, but it takes a little bit of effort. You need to get off your backsides and decide what you want to do. You want another be messed up some more and have this place go to hell in a hand basket, or do you want to go ahead and let's buck up and tell the truth? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, camera's rolling, flowers are up. I'm going to take my seat over here. As usual, like I say, I'm a one-man show. I don't want to involve anybody else in all of this madness. But just wanted to let you know, this is South Texas News and Reviews. It's on the 10th of December. I gave you the times over there for the air dates and so forth and so on, and I just want to go ahead and once again say the beautiful flowers are my dedication to my mother, Miss Connie, my deceased wife, Miss Lynn, and a good friend of mine, Miss April 23. So bless you women. There's nothing in this world, as my father used to tell me repeatedly, any more precious than a good woman. Okay? And why you guys and bozos out there want to, grope them and solicit them and so forth and so on. And I'm really happy that we're now cleaning out some of these political people who think they're so high and mighty and godlike. And I'll never forgive William Jefferson Clinton, former president, for that. Everybody idolizes him, and they just love Hillary, a lot of you folks out there. But, think about it, folks. Scumbags is what we don't need in this world. Okay? So I'm glad that the political people are being weeded out, and we'll see what happens to our local politician in the end. Now, I know that sometimes people will take advantage of others and tell untruths, so all I want is the truth on these things. If the guys did it, they're out. If they didn't do it, then the women need to be taken out and thrown in the jailhouse for a while. It's despicable to me to even think about it. Now, I have a good friend of mine who's a professor at Del Mar College, and he owns rental property. And what happened was we've got a local attorney that's running for a district judgeship. I don't know which one. It may be my old buddy, Guy Williams, that cost me a whole bunch of money years ago because he didn't show up to court. That was before he was a judge. And, you don't need to go to court when somebody pays you to, do you? Okay? And that's how much I trust attorneys. But I know some good ones, folks. Okay, it's like anything else in life. But you've got the good, the bad, and the ugly, as they said. But anyway, this particular local attorney, I think, is running for a district judgeship. It may be for Guy Williams' position. I'm not real sure. But anyway, he told a prospective renter, for my good friends who owns rental property around here, to not go and honor a lease that he had signed and so forth and so on, a commitment, because there had been a break-in in that neighborhood. Now, folks, I live in a pretty good neighborhood. I'm not going to say where, okay? I'm not hurting as far as that goes, but I've had in my one block cul-de-sac street, over the past 10 years, I've had 2 break-ins. I'm not moving, okay? That's just the luck of the draw. You live in Corpus Christi, Texas. There are enough scumbags around here that'll break in. I mean, I mean, when you're so destitute that you have to break in and steal stuff to get along, then I think society's let you down. And I try to support homeless and so forth and so on around here. But, there's just some people that are just plain flat ass bad. That's all I can say. That's the world we live in. So, but to go and tell somebody that signed a lease and put money down not to move into I mean, is that the kind of judge we need? Seriously. Okay. All right. Then, in addition, I talked to that friend of mine who's an excellent professor at Del Mar College, and I guess he was teaching a lesson with a textbook, and the dates on a certain item that he was talking about have been under dispute for a long time. But to have a student in that class who would make the statement that, this professor is saying that the book's wrong. The professor knows the author of that book fairly well, okay? And there is some dispute as to the dates back in the 1800s when certain things happened. But to have a student that is so snot-nosed that they're going to make cracks like that in front of a whole class about the professor, folks, that's totally out of line. I mean, I've got students this semester that get out of line. I refuse to let my students disrupt the class by talking to one another, okay? And I've threatened to throw people out, and I've thrown students out of my class before for disrupting the class by talking to somebody else about boyfriends or something else during my lecture time. Now, my philosophy is I can lead a horse to water, but I can't make it drink. And I'm going to teach to the A students, the ones that really do want to succeed and learn what I have to impart on them. I think after a great number of years in the medical research business that I know what I'm talking about, okay? And if students don't think so and they want to go on their own, then fine. But don't do it in my class. That's total disrespect. So, yes, I have thrown students out of my class before for talking to each other in class and interrupting the whole situation. That's what you're paying me to do, isn't it, Del Mar taxpayers? Okay, and then we have students that disrespect people to the point where some of the best, or the best that I've ever met, PhD nursing instructor, was essentially forced out of her position there at Del Mar College. It cost them, but there's no purpose for that. Why do we let students run the show? And that's the problem with modern education, and particularly in CCISD. The student doesn't like it, they get upset, they go home, and then mom's over there threatening the CCISD honchos over there with lawsuit. And what do? They just fold up and crater and say, okay, you're right, students run this place. When are we going to get back to true education? I'm asking you. So find out who your trustees are at the CCISD and raise hell with them. Find out who the top dog is down there, Dr. So-and-so, and raise hell with him. find out who's over there in charge of Del Mar College, who's asleep at the wheel, and raise hell with him if your students, don't perform over there. And if you are a student, you don't need to put up with a lot of garbage over there from people that won't get things done. And let me tell you what happens at Del Mar, okay? I'm as popular as inflamed hemorrhoids at Del Mar College with that administration and that board of regents, most of the regents. Some of the regents know me, okay? And they know how dedicated I am to education. I mean, why would I hang around over there, folks, when I could go back into industry and earn 3 or 4 times what I make here? I mean, I'm serious. Okay, with my background, reputation, and job experience in the past, I could do a whole lot better financially, but it's not about finances. It's about providing the taxpayers of Del Mar College with qualified people that can go out and practice medical things predominantly. That's what I do, okay? And give you the best care that they can give you. I don't need a bunch of fuss budgets over there. I don't need a bunch of dissidents. I don't need a bunch of salty students. And, I mean, that's just something that's very dear to my heart. And, I want to make sure that the people that are working on me in the future, and my day's coming, are the best that we can get. So that's what I've tried. That's what I strive for. Okay, now I would like for you people out there to think about 3 things in reference to Del Mar College. I'm an employee there. I've been there since 1989. What is that? 27 years, 28 years. I'll have to calculate it later. And I've got a background where I know what I'm doing. Okay, I doubt very seriously that the Del Mar College administration knows at times. But I'm damn sure that I know what I'm doing, okay? So I want to provide you out there, taxpayers, with the best medical professionals that I can train. And I try to instill in them that you don't, it's not a rite of passage, folks. You got to know what you're doing, and you don't want to go over there and dump Mylanta in somebody's veins and kill them. That's another story, okay? All right, now, I had a real dear friend of mine who's one of the best professors I've ever met, one of the most upstanding individuals I've ever met in my life. I consider him to be a brother, okay? And I lost my brother Bruce a long time ago. This individual's name is Bruce, and I consider him to be a brother. And he's one hell of a fine person, folks, okay? Now, he went into the Army as a buck private, worked his way up to a bird colonel, which is hard to do, okay? You got to know what you're doing for that. He has been one of the greatest administrators with battalions and divisions and so forth and so on. Then along the way, he was able to obtain a PhD in history. He came to Del Mar College and was teaching. He was department chair of social sciences, which covers a lot of ground over there. History, political science, psychology's under that, and let's see who else. Political science, like I said, and several other disciplines, okay, of course, sociology. But anyway, the Del Mar College administration under Dr. Mark Escamilla decided to relieve him of his position because he stood up for other faculty members and for faculty and student rights, okay, and taxpayers in particular. Okay. Now, I was there the day, I was in my laboratory. It was the first day in January of 2012 that we needed to be back to Del Mar. I was working in my laboratory. I don't go to the stinking convocations that they have where you go over there and socialize and eat, breakfast and learn how to answer the phones and all the rest of this horse manure. And he called me up and said, hey, he said, I'm locked out of my office. So I said, uh-oh. So I went over there. Well, we got to run around from through security over to the provost office. That's when we had that silly guy that spent all his time sleeping over there at Starbucks. And I won't go into that, folks. We've got some real jewels. That was one of Dr. Escamilla's buddies from Tyler. I'm from Chicago in Tyler Junior College up in Tyler, Texas. Anyway, so I went over there. President walks in, said he didn't know anything about it until 30 minutes before he was locked out, or before we got there. And who ordered that? Well, during the trial, Dr. Olson did file a lawsuit, or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, against Del Mar College. Since January 2012 until I think it was in October of 2017, a jury found him not guilty, and that Del Mar College owed him. I think it was about $644,000. Okay, plus, and then the college has spent $330,000 trying to get around that over since 2012. Now, folks, we can't afford that. We just plain flat can't afford all that mess. Okay, so what I'm saying is, what we need to focus in on some realities here in Corpus Christi, Texas, as taxpayers. What we need to do, okay, is focus on 3 items that will resonate with the taxpayers and the news media. And I'm going to start it tonight. Okay. Number 1, Dr. Olson's court victory and additional pending litigation. And then how many have been hidden from the taxpayers? How many other cases? Now, I know that there was a PhD nurse that was abused and so forth by 3 students. And what we do at Del Mar College, not me, but what Del Mar College does is they take up for students. It's that same old garbage that you get at CCISD, folks. Students are right, faculty members are scumbags, they're wrong. It's just that simple. Students have given free rein to libel and slander faculty members. Okay, I had a student that went after me. He was a veteran. I straightened him out in class one day, and then the administration, thanks to Dr. Rito Silva, okay, went on a witch hunt. And I've said time and time again, I know a witch hunt when I see one, because my mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, and her ancestors were from Salem, Massachusetts. So, since the very late 1690s, early 1700s, it's the House of Seven Gables. Okay, I've been to the Salem Willows many times. Okay, and I know a witch hunt when I see one. So they go on a witch hunt with me, and then they can't come up with a definitive. I have denigrated and disparaged a veteran, so they crawfish out of that. But there are other concerns from that investigation that we're going to turn over. Well, I went in with my attorney, and things changed real quick. But that's Del Mar College. As far as I'm concerned, we have a bloated administration, and many of those people over there, the best I can say about them is they are despicable. Okay? They have no idea what they're doing. They have no experience, and so forth and so on, from the human relations department on down. Okay? And they're anti-Semitic too. I'll just throw that in there. Right. That's another story, and I've been on the air with that one. Okay, so Olson litigation ought to tell you fine folks out there that they're with 4 more lawsuits to go, and a jury that awarded him $644,000 plus, and now we're gonna and it cost Del Mar College about $300,000 plus to try to defend themselves against that, and here we are. Our general counsel now is preaching that he's going to go ahead and appeal that again after they've lost in the 13th Court of Appeals and at the Texas Supreme Court. I mean, come on, folks. Who's paying for this? Oh, well, the insurance company is. Well, who's paying the premiums? And how much have the premiums gone up lately? Because Del Mar College can't handle it. Okay, and then the new construction for $296 million of building that we fully depreciated at a rate of $6 million per year. Okay, we'll finish that depreciation up in the year 2070. You voted for that out there, the people. Why? Why? I don't understand. We don't need it. And that, you know, the Del Mar College administration keeps pulling your chain and filling you full of false information and so forth and so on, and I can prove that. They say, oh, we're bursting at the seams with enrollment, da 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 da. We haven't had a true increase in enrollment at Del Mar College in the last 20 years. Now, I'm a taxpayer. I am a faculty member and employee at Del Mar College, but I don't mind pulling this stuff up. When you're wrong, folks. You need to go out and admit it, but don't keep, pulling the chain of these taxpayers around here and getting a lot of money spent for your buddies, your contractor buddies and your architect buddies and your engineering buddies and everybody else. That's what it's all about. You're being duped out there, public. Absolutely, totally duped. Okay? So anyway, the interest payment on the bonds to finance these buildings between $10 and $12 million per year until the year 2045. I mean, I've calculated this stuff, and I've checked it out with people that know. The additional repayment of this debt will be added to the interest expense in the debt service ad valorem tax over the next 25 years term of the bonds. Now, let's see how much that's going to cost you. When the historically stagnant enrollment, which we haven't increased in 20 years, are we going to increase ad valorem taxes by 40% to pay the expansion? Probably. Okay. And this $139 million to start that construction on 96 acres of swampland that you had no vote to buy out there for $7 million. I think it was something like, I forget, $600,000 an acre or something like that. I mean, it's an astronomical amount. Or maybe it was $60,000. I'd have to go back and recalculate it. But you people are being duped. Okay? And then you go to Slitterbond and you sell 200 and something acres for $9 million. What does that tell you, folks? You ought to be ashamed of yourselves for voting for that. I had the No Del Mar College bond signs all over the place. I paid for those, and it didn't do any good. Okay, so your ad valorem taxes are going to go up 40% until the year what did I say 2045. So enjoy it. You're already squawking about that, I hope. When are you going to end all that madness? And then we've increased the debt service, the amount of per capita total debt, outstanding debt for each student. We've gone from 2015, which was $10,851 per student, okay, full-time equivalent, to $19,140. So you're killing students over there. And then I'm going to read in here where Dr. Mark Escamillo went up, here it was, pushes for more funding. Okay, and then tuition to go up in the fall by $5 per credit. I mean, how much longer the students and taxpayers have to pay for you people to sit there and, I'm just going to say it, lie about the need for a Southside campus? Oh, shoot. Okay. All right. And then we've got, settlements and so forth and so on. It costs us $50,000 for bullying a PhD nursing faculty member. They got off cheap with that one. Okay. Then how much did they spend to get all that crap done? Okay. And now Dr. Olson, $644,000 just in one case, okay? And it cost over $300,000 of you taxpayers' money to go and appeal those and lose them in the 13th Court of Appeals in the Texas Supreme Court. And now that you've got the judgment handed down, you know, here we are, we're blustering and we're lying and we're cheating and we're thieving, and we're mad because we're incompetence over there as attorneys, the general counsel, and now we're going to go ahead and appeal that again. But the insurance. So here's what it says. This is in the board meeting that's coming up on the 12th. This will air after that, unfortunately, but it says pending lawsuits and claims. This is under the notes to the financial statements for the year ending August 31st, 2017. The college has an ongoing lawsuit filed by a former employee related to settlement agreement reached in January 2012. This matter went to trial on October 30th, 2017. That's 5 years better later. On November 2nd, 2017, the jury returned a verdict that stated that both the college and the plaintiff had breached the settlement agreement and that the college breached first. Okay. The jury also found that the plaintiff had sustained damages in the amount of $544,000 and attorney's fees in the amount of $120,000. So they awarded that to Dr. Olson. Okay? Jeez. These amounts would be offset by a $180,000 payment paid under the original settlement agreement. The judge in the case has not entered a judgment against the college. Why not? Okay? Management contends that the plaintiff's claims in this case are without legal or factual merit, and that the college will be able to defend the actions of this action on appeal. Now, we've paid $300,000 plus for the appeal. 13th Court of Appeal said, hey, you're wrong, Del Mar College. The Texas Supreme Court said, hey, you're wrong, Del Mar College. And now that the jury has spoken when it was remanded back to the county court at Law 2, we're going to appeal that one after a jury says that. So jurors, I'm a citizen of Corpus Christi, Texas. I'm a taxpayer to the Del Mar College district. Okay. I am a citizen. I'm a Del Mar College employee that went without raises for a lot of years after Del Mar posted that they had profits of $5 to $12 million. They lied to you, folks. They lie to me. And I hate to be that blunt about it, but they're a pack of liars over there. And they're lying to you as taxpayers. Okay? So, when are you ever going to get the message? Okay. Now, at August 31st, 2017, various lawsuits, plural, and claims involving Del Mar College were pending. Okay? Yeah. That's after the jury rendered their opinion on November 2nd. Okay, now this is the kind of crap. This is what they're sending to the Board of Regents members, and the Board of Regents members, other than two of them, are about as worthless as mammary glands on a boar hog. Okay, now while the ultimate liability with respect to litigation asserted against the college cannot be reasonably estimated at this time, it's going to be 7 figures. Okay. To the extent not provided by our insurance or otherwise, is not likely to have a material effect on the college. Okay? Now, what kind of tripe is that? Can anybody out there tell me? Go for the jugular, folks. Okay? Go jump down the throats of your Board of Regents members. Okay? There are 2 of them that make sense, and there's 7 of them that just don't give a damn. Okay? They're crazy. So my question to you fine folks out there is, how much have insurance premiums increased since Olson's lockout? I'm going to find out. Okay? And then we've got this what I consider to be a moronic, egotistical, arrogant attorney for the insurance company. They quizzed me. I was a witness in that case with Olson. And here he is. He's saying, "Are you an attorney? Can you make a legal decision and so forth on any of this stuff?" No, I can't make a legal. I'm not an attorney, thank God. Okay, I'm a poor dumb PhD biochemist / microbiologist, but I don't know anything about money. I don't know how to calculate $300,000 plus in legal fees. Okay, I do pay through the nose to Del Mar College, and here they've upped my, they've upped my ad valorem taxes and so forth and so on. They've upped the students' hourly compensation for the courses or the fee by $5 per, and then they base that on a 5% increase in enrollment in the fall semester. We were down 4% in the fall, and what did they do? Oh, well, that was due to the hurricane. Folks, if you buy into that tripe, I've got a heart. I've really got a hot flash for you. Okay, and then we've got. I did mention this when my wife passed away. I had learned that Del Mar College, the philosophy and the rule by Del Mar College is the employees, survivors will not be told that the survivors' vacation time and medical leave time can be compensated for. I heard the woman in charge of, and I don't know what she's in charge of now, everything holy and so forth over there, the human resources, say that we don't have to inform any of the survivors and family members of the deceased over here that they can file and be compensated for that. Okay? Now, here's the liability so far. If you take a look at 2017, vacation $943,136, and then that's 2017. It was only $842,000, $847 in 2016. Sick leave, $5,024,898 versus $4,843,618. Total liability for compensable absences is $600,284,034 in 2017. The college recognizes that $632,490 and $587,360 of the liability above as a current liability for fiscal years August 31st, 2017 and 2017 respectively. And they don't think they need to tell people whose loved ones who are employees at Del Mar College that they are able to collect that money. Where's it sitting? Where's the money? It's despicable. Okay? It's unbelievable to me. If I hadn't been there in the faculty council meeting when our HR quote vice president, director, whatever she was at the time, said that the college doesn't have to divulge that to the survivors of a passed away Del Mar College employee. Despicable, folks. These people are incredible. I mean, where do we go from here? It's all lies and cover-ups and deception and so forth and so on. And I don't mind saying that. So lock me out, Dr. Escamilla. Why don't you get your general counsel over there who locked who triggered the lockout of Dr. Olson. Why don't you tell him to lock me out this next week? As soon as all you people watch this show, I'd love it. I could use a couple $1 million. I mean, I don't want to retire. I could go get a job somewhere else in the industry for 3 or 4 times what I make at Del Mar College. But I love my students. I'm here because I want to be. That's the reason my wife was here. And then to have her medical leave and so forth and so on covered up to where I have to go over there and threaten lawsuits to get it. You people are despicable. What do you think, Dr. Escamilla? Lock me out, buddy, please. I went to bat for you when you first got here, and I'm sorely disappointed. Unbelievable. Now, at the next board meeting of the Del Mar College Board of Regents, which will be held in 2 days from my filming of this, you won't see it until the next week. They're going to go into closed session, which they do frequently. Consultation with legal counsel regarding pending or contemplated litigation or claims, and then parentheses, including cause number so-and-so and so-and-so, Bruce Olson versus Del Mar College, and other pending legal matters. Other pending legal matters. I can only imagine. Okay? Or a settlement offer and the seeking of legal advice from counsel on pending and contemplated legal matters or claims. Now, our general counsel over there, I don't think he knows his backside from a hole in the ground. I don't trust him. He's a vindictive individual, and I'll talk about his quest to keep pounding on one of the best regents over there, who's Guy Watts. Okay, Dr. Guy Watts. He's been there every year before I got here. It's the creation of dirt. Okay. And then here's another one that sets me back. This is the agenda for that. Okay. Speaking of Dr. Watts. Okay. Number 7. This is under regular agenda. Discussion and possible action related to proposed board letter to Regent Watts addressing ethical and legal concerns relating to recent emails. Okay. Now, Dr. Watts is concerned about the quality of education at Del Mar College. I am too. I've got salty students that come into my class. They want to chatter to one another and so forth and so on. Okay. But before I get there, here's the foghorn. On December the 4th, DMC faces possible payment. Jury rule school must pay former professor $664,000. Okay. And at the end of this, let's see, where was I'm just going to read it. Oh, page 8. Okay, they buried it back here on 8. This is the Del Mar College. It's called the Foghorn, and this is where here it is. Okay, all right. Often students are at a stage. No, wait a minute. Okay, damages plus $120,000 for attorney's fees, totaling $664,000. This is speaking of Dr. Olson's case. The jury verdict states that both Olson and Del Mar College failed to comply with the agreement, but Del Mar College did so first. Well, I don't think that Dr. Olson didn't conform to that. He was just standing up for himself. Okay? Okay. Let's see, where does it say this? Okay. In this case in which the college and former employee are each complaining breach of contract, the college remains confident in its position and looks forward to pursuing its post-verdict and appellate remedies, stated Augustin Rivera Jr., the general counsel for Del Mar College. All right, Mr. Rivera, you've already lost that on one occasion, probably 2, at the 13th Court of Appeals for $300,000 plus, and at the Texas Supreme Court you lost it And now you're going to go ahead and go back after it. And then you've got 4 other cases that the man has filed against Del Mar College. What are you going to do with that? How many millions of dollars are we going to have to pay Dr. Olson because you are an arrogant moron? That's my assessment of you, Mr. Rivera. You know that. You are an arrogant moron. Okay? And you're costing me, as a taxpayer, a whole bunch of money. So why don't you do me a big favor, sir? Since you sanctioned locking Dr. Olson out back in 2012, why don't you go over there and change my locks? You did that first day back from into the spring semester of 2012 in January 2nd. We're going to go on break, okay? So would you please do me a favor, Mr. Augustin Rivera, and before I go over there and try my lockout in early January of 2018, would you lock me out? I mean, you love me so anyway. Okay. These people are just plain flat stupid. Okay. Then I have a publication from the state. It's the 2017 Texas Public Higher Education Almanac. Okay, a profile of state and instructional or institutional performance and characteristics, Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board. Okay, now I looked up Del Mar College in this. It's a beautiful, slick, typical state, real expensive document. Okay, we could have done this in newsprint state. Okay, Del Mar College, total enrollment 11,689. Okay, that hasn't changed significantly for the past 20 years. Okay, college information, City Corpus Christi, year funded or founded 1935. Website, peer group, large colleges. Okay. HS, well, I don't know what that means. Degrees offered, associate degrees and certificates. Average tuition and fees is $2,914. Now, they don't say whether that's for the year or if that's for the semester. If I had to guess, it'd probably be for the year. Okay. Okay, student characteristics. Percent enrollment change between 2011 and 2016. Minus 2.8%. Okay. Now 2012 and so forth was about the time we said that we were bursting at the seams. We needed to buy $7 million worth of 96 acres of swampland and build a new campus out on the south side. Okay. Percent part-time students, 74.5%. Full-time students, 25.5%. Percent academic program, I don't know exactly what that means. The percentage of those for academics is 56.1%. Technical programs is 43.9%. Percent credit students receiving Pell Grants is 33.6%. Okay. Then graduation rates. Okay. Now, we've got 3 years, and then we've got 6 years, okay? Full-time students in 6 years get 25.3% graduate. This is a 2-year institution, folks. And then part-timers are 16.3%, okay? Dual credit measures. Dual credit as percent of total enrollment, 17.9%. Okay, 20% of the students don't even go to campus, but here we are, we're bursting at the seams, and we need more. We need about, $500 million worth of new classrooms that we'll never fill. Okay. Then if we go down here to, let's see, graduate success academic programs, percent employed and or enrolled is 92.2%. Percent employed is 24.4%. Okay, percent enrolled in 4-year or 2-year colleges is 29.3%, and total employed and enrolled is 37.6%. That doesn't sound real good to me, folks. Okay, transfer students. Okay, transfer rate 12%. Now, faculty, they say we've got a total of 501. Percent of those full-time is 38.3%, and then percent SCH taught by full-time faculty, I don't know what that means, 67.9. And then the student faculty ratio is 21 students per faculty member. And we're running courses at Del Mar College in my department with 6, 7, 8 students. What do you think, taxpayers? What are you going to do? Okay. Then if I look at the financial record, I've got all these contractors. Okay, here. Okay, financial record. This is just published with the upcoming faculty council meeting. These are disbursement dates from October 1st through October 31st. And this is astounding. These are checks over $10,000. Alpha Building Coordination contractors. This is for either the $157 million you've spent to build campus, to build extra classrooms on East Campus and West, and now we're going to go with 20,000 students out South Side. But anyway, I don't know where these come from. Alpha Building Corporation, $54,007.50. Then we've got advertising. How many of you people out there don't know where Del Mar College is and what we do? Advertising, Moorhead Dots and Associates, just in 1 month, $121,596.12. That knock you down? Audit fees. Okay, we can pay a full-time auditor less than this, $11,655,034. And, you know, we could come out ahead if we got somebody that was knew what they were doing. AGCM, they contributed to, they're a manager, it says, okay. They are over there, they spent money for the political campaigns for for Mr. Trey McCampbell, and for the Del Mar Works, which was the bond issue. $73,374.75. Then we got Weaver Jacobs Contractor. Well, here, wait a minute. Turner Ramirez Architects. They donated to Mr. McCampbell's fund and to Del Mar Works. $12,385,026. Then we've got Weaver Jacobs Contractors, $672,173.44. Bartlett Coke Beecroft, they contributed $487,788.51. Weaver Jacobs again, okay, they're $575,852,000. So there you go. You got $1 million to them. Okay, that's not bad investment for some stuff. And you know, I can go through some of these others, but the beat goes on, folks. Those are just the checks for $5,000, and then we got a whole bunch of people traveling over there at your expense. And then the Foghorn on December 7th, 2016. Who is handling our money? Del Mar stuck in contract with company that was fined for deceptive practices. Okay, it goes back that far. Let's see, here we got January 23rd of this year. A record number of students reached. That's horse manure. Okay, Escamilla pushes for more funding. President also looks toward growth as big projects approach. There's no growth there, Dr. Escamilla. I got a hot flash for you. Okay, I don't know who's feeding you all that. And then here we go on February 20th. Tuition set to go up in the fall. Regents approved temporary increase of $5 per credit hour. That's to cover the funds over there. And then we're going to pay a whole bunch of money for a mascot over there that we don't need. Okay, Del Mar to hire a mascot. College seeks students to fill new Viking suits, spread school spirit. Yeah, what we need is some spirit at this stage of the game. And then finally on November 20th, Valdar is our new mascot. Can you see that? Okay, that's just what we need, isn't it? Well, that's going to boost the spirit over there. doesn't boost my spirits at all. They're paying some guy to be in that clown suit. Okay, then it says DMC looks at degree options. Del Mar College is looking into the possibility of offering as many as 3 bachelor's degrees in the future. Let's do what we've got, folks. Let's just take care of what we've got. And then here we go. I'm going to finish this off. Now, I did read the agenda for the December 12th meeting, where we're going to go into closed session, or we're going to have a discussion of censuring Dr. Guy Watts one more time. Okay? Now, let's see what they've got back here in the back. February 16th, 2017. Front of the page, the foghorn. Watts hit with second censure in a year. Okay? Now, all Dr. Watts is doing is saying that we need to turn the academics at Del Mar College around to where we have a decent and academic situation, not dual credit, not watered down this, that, and the other. And then I've got salty students in my class that think that they could run me over. Okay? Now, I'm hoping that you people will remember what happened to a PhD nursing faculty member over there when 3 students started to libel and slander her, and got slam dunked. Okay? That faculty member is no longer there, which is a true detriment to the entire nursing program at Del Mar College, folks. It's a tragedy. Okay? Now, Del Mar College should not be wrapped up with a bunch of racial issues and petty BS, if you know what I'm talking about. It's bovine excrement, folks. Okay? I'm not going to say anything out of order on that. But then there's issue after issue of going after Mr. Watts. Dr. Watts. He does have a PhD in political science, okay, as well as a JD degree. It's a Doctor of Jurisprudence. Okay. Del Mar College sees state funding drop. $745,000 cut compared with last biennium. Well, I don't blame them, folks. Tuition, okay? Del Mar College Regents to raise tuition, because you go out and buy these boondoggles out there for $7 million. And then it says here, Guy Watts' investigation cost Del Mar College more than $16,000. So we hire outside attorneys to go after this. Watts Regents censure Watts again. These are headlines in the newspapers, folks. DMC plans expansion at workforce, at workshop. That's when we want to go over and build a Southside campus. Now I've got roughly 6 minutes left, and I'm just gonna wing it. Okay? I cannot believe that Del Mar College Board of Regents members, this doesn't include 2 of them over there that know what they're doing, would go and pull your chain, ladies and gentlemen, at that level. I find it totally despicable. Then I'm going to switch to the city. Ocean Drive is falling apart between Airline, where Airline intersects and goes out to the Island University. I drive that every day. You've got sections of that $50 billion, whatever it was, I don't remember how much it was, when they resurfaced that, and it was one of the lousiest jobs I've ever seen. You drive down Ocean Drive, and it's like driving down a washboard. If you remember those old galvanized washboards that my grandmother used to wash clothes with. Okay? You're being duped, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to quote Joe O'Brien, one of the most honest and smartest, Okay, the man was a World War II pilot in the Navy, and he didn't put up with nonsense. He was from New York, which I won't hold against him. Okay, but his famous line with the Taxpayers Association, of which I am now a very privileged president of that group. Okay, and what Joe used to say was, tell everybody you know that silence is not the answer. So would you people please call your Board of Regents members at Del Mar College, the CCISD Board of Trustees, the City Council, County Commissioners, and your state and local representatives, and your national, senators and representatives, and tell them you're just tired of this. You're just plain flat tired, because I am. Okay? So all I can do is say, Dr. Escamilla and Mr. Trey McCampbell, would you please? This is December the 10th. The board meeting's December the 12th. This will probably air the next week. Okay, I'll turn that in this Wednesday, so it'll be before Christmas. But when we get back from Christmas break, and I've got a lot of lab work to do, I'll be over there. I've already got special permission with the after-hours request to go over there and take care of business. But would you do me a big favor on whatever the return date is, January 2nd, 3rd, 4th, or 5th? Would you please go over there and change the locks on my door? Okay? Because I can use the money. Would you just do that? Because you're not going to quit appealing this stuff with that block-headed attorney we've got over there, Mr. Augustin Rivera. He's going to continue on because he's an egotistical toot, and he can't stand the fact that Del Mar College screwed up and that he had ordered the lockout of Bruce Olson, and now the jury, bless their hearts, have said that they're not buying that. He's been damaged. So you can't think any better than that, Mr. Augustin Rivera. And I can't believe that Board of Regents would listen to you after costing them that type of money and, continue on with these appeals. You've lost your butt on the appeals before, buddy. Okay. When are you going to learn your lesson? Are you that egotistical? Are you that uppity that you can cause, all this trouble and cost me a bunch of money as a taxpayer? I don't appreciate you at all, and I'm just being honest. So, Mr. Rivera, you're an attorney. Sue me. Okay? But please lock me out. Please sanction that. I'm an off-the-wall dissident, like you try to portray Dr. Bruce, Olson. I'm tired. I'm about ready to fall asleep. But anyway, folks, thank you for watching. And all I can do is say, if you don't go after these people big time, then all I can say is you deserve what you get. Okay? Which is higher taxes and so forth and so on. So go vote for, another $300 million to put up another boondoggle out there at on that 96 acres of swampland. Okay? All right. Well, I'm going to go head for the barn here in just a second. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there are those beautiful pink flowers. Thank you, Miss Connie, my mom, and Miss Lynn, and especially April 23. Just fantastic women. Anyway, I'm winding down. Email me at gsansing at gmail.com, and go onto YouTube and watch the shows. Okay, just put in Gerald, Gerald, Sansing, Sansing. But silence is not the answer, folks. We need to get this stuff done. We're being screwed.